Hello again everybody, this is Amorgin and you're very welcome back to another episode of Star Trek Fleet Command Gate and another high level base raid going down. A well known ROG player, Riker. Riker's been caught with his shields down. Amorgin and White Wolf have landed and it looks like my graphics are failing to load. I can assure you Riker is there. And if you bear with me guys, I'm going to jump over here to this planet when I reload and take part in this raid. So guys, we're back in here in Mei Lang in Klingon space. We're going to relocate the base. Let's see what we can get out of this. Who have we got around here? We've got Amorgin, of course, who cracked him, Shady, White Wolf, and the Count. So a few more of the lads might turn up. Not the biggest base ever, but Riker's still sitting on decent resources there. And he's repairing. So Shady's gone in with his Centurion there. Let's scan here. Okay, so he's using a Saladin to defend that. He's presumably online. This is a good strategy. I've used this strategy before. It'll be interesting to see if he stays online and tries to defend this base to cause attrition to the attackers, force us to keep using our repairs and our speed ups. Either that or he was a tough one to crack in the first place with the ships he had in there. We'll see now in a moment. So that went a wee bit better. Maybe he has no bubbles left. I'd find that highly unlikely. Let's see what came out of that base. So mostly power steel, but more than enough Triton dilithium there to cover the repair costs. You see here guys, then again the thing's not even loading up. I'm gonna have to restart again. I'm just jump out of the system here for a moment and back in, see if that works. No, nothing given, so I'm gonna have to restart here guys, so back in a moment. So we're back guys, and it looks like Riker isn't online. He doesn't seem to be repairing ships, so he must have just had some strong ships in there. A couple of million, tens of millions. Won't be long disappearing out of this base. You can see the Klingon fighters are after me there. And remember Gates, the repairs come in thick and fast during the raid. Great for your dailies. So I'm looking very much forward soon. I've 80 prints from my Valkis Romulan faction minor. Very much looking forward to getting a wee bit of work done on that when I hit level 30 and having 2 miners available for this. Now, they still haven't improved the queuing system. The graphics are all very nice, as we discussed in the earlier raid video, but the queuing system's still a pain in the arse, having to repeatedly hit the base, click attack, then the ship goes to sleep, and so on. Now, is he empty that quick? Nope. I'm afraid to go and look at the battle logs in case I have to restart again. So I'll just keep recording the raid and I'll look at the battle logs at the end and give a wee taste of them, what we got out of the cargo hold and that. Okay. White Wolf sitting on 146k miner there. We'll get this Horizon straight back into the battle. I'm trying to get a wee glance at some of the lads. 297 there from the count. Very nice minor option at level 29. Very decent altogether. Now, this just isn't going. There we are. I want to be quick because this Klingon fighter's after me. And so the word came to me on Discord just a short time ago, guys. I was actually in the middle of preparing for my 4th installment of the event walkthrough, the Swarm Threat from Beyond stuff. We've been doing a full playlist on it. I have 4 or 5 videos in a playlist already on it, guys. And shout out to Obsidian there's after arriving. So I was in the middle of working on that when the word came through on this raid. And happy to oblige and jump in here. And a wee shout out to Riker. It happens to us all some stage, lad. Riker hasn't been sitting on a huge amount of resources like some of the other guys we've raided, but still a significant amount. He certainly won't be happy. But I guess it comes to us all. The worst mistake I made in terms of being drained was losing 6 million tritanium to Pearly Shells, 6-7 million tritanium, way back when Pearly was raiding everybody on the server. I learned that the hard way. Either use my resources or keep my shields up. So generally when I get raided now it's minimal enough. I might lose up to 1 million combined perhaps, but never tens of millions. So my advice to anybody is spend your resources when you've got them, and if not, make every effort to get yourself shields. Some people are experts at shield management, setting timers and stuff, and different people recommend even different software you can get and different apps you can get in your phone that'll set timers for you and stuff like that. If you're a sophisticated player, I guess that's what you do. Most of us aren't sophisticated players though, and we have lives, and we eventually get caught at some point. And Raker's not one of the guys I would know particularly well. Seen him about plenty, of course. Absolutely no idea how he's going to react to this. But on a server like ours that's been closed for a long period of time, and we've had our fair share of players quitting and leaving the game, we've become a more intimate group. Whether we like each other or don't like each other, you don't play for a year or 2 years on the same server and becoming a lower population all the time. We have no newbies or new blood into this server, so it's constantly raiding each other with what we can get out of each other. So it's fair to say there's very few players on the server that don't know each other in some fashion, aren't familiar with each other in some fashion. Which I suppose can be a positive as well. I guess it's like living in the same neighbourhood for a long time. You get a sense of community out of that. The good, the bad and the ugly. So that's stocked up on my power steel quite nicely. What's he sitting on? He'll be getting close to his protected limit now very soon. It's the last of that titanium and that dilithium's going to be coming out very, very soon. I think the protected limit for him will be in and around 2.5 million. Now this queuing system is a real pain in the ass. So there we are, we're getting down to it now. I'd say that's him at his protected limit or very, very close to it with that power steel. And we'll go again. Maybe that's him done, is it? Nope. And went quiet there for a moment. So I really like Scotty on the bridge for that boost to the speed up time. Stun, of course, for the added cargo hold bonus to the cargo capacity. And that augment officer for her potential for critical hit. Okay, so his titanium will be close down on its protected limit now too. So it's going to be mostly dilithium. Might get 1 or 2 more hits in on him. Let's see how we're going now. 2 million dilithium left to go. Won't be long disappearing with these guys hitting it. So I think that's him, 79k in that hold as I send that miner home. So lads, we look at a couple of these battle logs. We look at one of the early ones now, just see what was coming out. We'll jump into the middle and see how that changed. So it's largely power steel coming out there. There's the log for any of you nerds that want to look at the officer setup. We'll jump into the middle of it now, somewhere. And going around here. Still largely power steel, but more dilithium coming out by the looks of it. Look at the second last one here then. Clearly more dilithium coming out there than anything else because he's at the protected limit. So there you have it. So guys, we've moved over here immediately for another target. I'm going to jump over and join the lads. We're now in Nurnius in Klingon space. And it's another Rog, Jimbo. Now the lads were hitting on him there, but he's got a battleship and an explorer in there, the 2 million strength base. So the lads are going to soften that up. I'm going to throw my weight behind it as well. Not that I'll do an awful lot, but I don't mind adding to the team cause, getting the shoulder to the wheel. Now I'm thinking change this to a battleship. Now this time we're looking at Jimbo. See what he's got left. Okay, he's got a little bit in there. 22 million power. A similar amount of dilithium. And again the queuing system slows the whole thing down. Okay, how are we looking there? Jimbo's another level 29 like myself. Slightly tougher base there because he's hurting this horizon a little bit more than Riker's did. And once again we look at the amounts that we're taking out toward the end. But if you're good at your mathematics, keep an eye on the top right hand side of the screen. You'll see as soon as the ship arrives home roughly what it's adding to the tally. Okie doke. Back into the fray. And so I'm wondering, just as I play this, I'm wondering, I know there are level 29s, 30s and above on other servers, and I'm wondering, are there raids like this going on where there's so many around a similar level. There's nobody here under level 28, I wouldn't imagine. Are you seeing raids on your servers where there may be 10, 12 players raiding a base, and they're all, say, level 28 to 35? Does that happen? Is there enough players of this level on your servers now at this point? Does this look familiar, for example, to you guys that are out there raiding on your servers? Is this a familiar sight with ships of this level, players of this level? There was a time when I started doing these videos that people could only dream of these ships. People were looking at these kind of activities and imagining, oh my god, like what, how long did it take you to get there? What kind of money did you spend to get there and stuff? I'm getting the feeling there's a lot more people here now that's at these levels, so I'd be curious to hear your feedback on this, guys. You guys from other servers. You guys like to merge with the founder server? Would you just like to come in and get stuck in with us like this? Let me shout out to Kirk. I didn't see him at the last raid that we caught there. So this is raid and rug. This is the raid and rug day. I don't think I've been involved in 2 rug raids in the one day before like this. And of course a shout out to Jimbo as well. Again, nothing personal. Jimbo's a bit like Riker. I don't know him too well. When I offered to join ROG back in the day, these are the sort of guys I would have been keen to get to know and get a sense of what their belief is, their belief systems around community, and I suppose the culture within their alliance. These are the sort of guys that would have influenced that. And take a quick look here, I suppose, at some of these guys' ships if we can. Too late for Shady there. Hit the wrong button. Bit trigger happy. And there we go. We have to reload again. This is a right pain in the arse. Back in a moment. What are you sitting on? A bit of dilithium. Now I guess this will come in handy for me for a particular research that I need an awful lot of dilithium for. Take a wee look at that in a wee moment for you guys. And again, this is prime time for the Irish. Quite late for the Aussies. Pretty certain Jimbo and Riker were asleep. No, we do have 1 or 2 Aussies here staying up late. So we're still getting a full load out of that. We'll check his total now in a wee minute, what he's sitting on. Okay, a little bit of power steel and a little bit of dilithium to take out of him. Not a lot. Obsidian could have the last of it there. We'll see now. Yep, that's it. So, 2 in a row there, guys. Quick and fast, in and out. Down into Klingon space. Smash and grab. Nothing personal to ROG as always, but great, as usual, to be working with these homeboys. So guys, we look at some of these raids on Jimbo, not as many as I had on Riker, but we look at the first one. We took something there like 300k tray and 100k dilithium. More than enough to cover the repair costs there again. We go up into the middle. And we're looking at slightly less power, slightly more dilithium, similar amount of titanium. Into the second last one there. Mostly all dilithium there. Okay guys, so another rug has been found. This makes it 3 in a row. He's not sitting on huge resources, but it's still a little bit that he won't want to lose. This time we're looking at Gerakis or Gerakis. Now he's sitting right beside Belly, so we shout out to Belly. Belly's probably asleep. And at level 27 with 3 defense platforms, that's an easier base to hit. But because we're in Pajem, it's like Rator and these kind of 29 systems where it's very difficult to raid a base. It's a good place to be if you want to sit in a difficult area to be raided. Takes a minute for me nearly to traverse that piece of space and get to this base. White Wolf cracked him, so we shout out to White Wolf. Billy and Kamikaze must be asleep. You see Ironside coming in, doing the same as myself, coming in from a distance. So this will be a quick one, but it makes it 3 in a row. You take a wee peek here at the miner that Ironside's using. So similar to my own. A wee bit of lag there. So a good day for Hum, not such a good day for Rog. This event, I think, has taken a lot of energy out of people. And that's Gerakis empty, 314 out of that. So a very, very brief one. We'll take a look. One haul out of this. Mostly titanium. We'll not say no to that. And of course, the same message to Gerakis as anybody else. No hard feelings. Could be any of us on any given day. So finally guys, we're wrapping it up. I hope this has been somewhat informative and entertaining to you guys. Until the next one guys, look after yourselves and look after each other. Leave your comments and everything of course. And I will catch all of you guys again very, very shortly. Cheers.